Hey guys, looking once again back at Swordsman Online, and I've got a few quick tips for you for if you're new to the game, if you're just joining, because it has not been in open beta for that long, so people are still getting in and still getting confused what the fuck sort of things that there isn't really a big forum pages and pages of shit that you need to know, because people are still finding out themselves. So here's a couple of things you might not know, so we'll just jump straight into it. Number one, people on about instances, and you might see all the short lingo and whatnot for it in the chat, and you might be confused, which one is it that I need, why can't I do this one, etc, etc. As you work your way through these, you will find when you click, if you click one that you haven't done, I'll just select this one, it's a lot higher level than I am, you'll get this page and you can see the different difficulties at the top. These are difficulties and they go up obviously and they progress. Down here you have your requirements, it'll tell you how many players you need, your levels, etc, etc. But what some people don't understand still is that in able to do the higher difficulties, you need to do the ones before. People are still trying to join parties for difficult instances, but they haven't done the predecessor one before, and it tends to piss a lot of people off. I mean, it shouldn't do, because people are still, I mean, it's kind of right in your face. You'll see here it says I can just do it, and I can do it, but if I go to one that I haven't done, if I go to the next difficulty, it'll say I need the achievement, and the achievement you get is for what you do for the previous difficulty. Simple. Seriously. Another quick tip for you, quite a lot of people have missed this, and it's this XP little symbol at the top of the screen. If you click it, if you hover over it for a start, it'll tell you that your rate is at 2, your multi-XP time, and how long you have. But if you click on it, you get another window, and you get hours of XP. You can get 5 hours of 2 times XP using the 2 times you received XP first time. Okay. They give you a certain amount of double XP time every week, and you'll see this and this uncollected 2 times XP, and you can see at the minute I've received all of it. If you check yours, it might be different. Click the receive button. Once you've received it, you can activate it, and it will use double XP, as you can see at the top. If you click frozen again, it'll freeze it and you'll go back to normal. So it allows you to use it whenever you want, and you know that's currently 5 hours worth, which is very, very helpful and useful to know, and I didn't find that out for quite some time. Shit. Another thing I see people asking quite a lot is, how do I put my coordinates in? I type the numbers in and nothing happens. How do I send my coordinates to you? How do I know how to make a link? That sort of thing. If you want to link your coordinates to your other party members or to the world, if you want to play a massive game of hide and seek, it's this little tiny button here. Send the position and the coordinates to the chat window. Press that. Boop. Gives you the map and the coordinates, so people will know exactly where to go. Alternatively, if you just wanted to give a reference point, you could use the map, and it also has coordinates of where your mouse is pointing down in the bottom right, so you can pick a certain spot, get those numbers, and you can give reference points if it's of a different map where you are not currently in. Say if a friend wants a bit of help, you know where it is but he doesn't, you could give him the exact coordinates. Perfect. Another little thing, this isn't sort of uncommon knowledge, it is fairly well-known knowledge, and people, and you do get taught it quite clearly, although in kind of translation from the Chinese to English, so it's a little bit off, but it's the mastery system, and once you reach level 40 you can go into mastery, and this is where you get to really build your class up and make it your own. And where you'll get it is from, if you bring up your character window, you see the little mastery button in the middle of your stats pentagram that's got five sides. Yeah, cool. Once you get in, you'll just see this massive lines and what appears to be like fucking star signs. That's man farting in the air. That's man squatting, and yoga position, and Amakiryu, amongst others. And you'll get this big list of shit and you won't know what's going on, and then you get all these numbers and they're all 0, and you're thinking, well, that's not right. Your mastery level is upgraded using Kung Fu points. This is the same points that you use to upgrade your first class skills, which isn't the best of systems, but hey, you need to stack these up as much as you can. You need to build up as many points as you can, keep them, and then you can get this little button, which is like a little fucking, I don't know, army rank symbol or something. I don't know, just up arrow maybe, yeah. And this is where it'll tell you how you can upgrade it. It'll tell you how many Kung Fu points you need to upgrade, and how many you have is directly underneath that, and how many points you receive from each level, and this is out of 110, so that is a lot of points you can put in. And every time you level up, you get these mastery points at the bottom, which you then can then split up into your main stats to build your character depending on what you are, whether you're an exo-based character, an endo-based character, blah blah blah, etc. So I've pumped a load into strength, you know, my tenacity, constitution, you know, things that are necessary. That's that side done. But now we'll take a look at this middle bit. If you go into the middle, this is where everything starts from. This is your basic node, which is the determination node, and you can see it'll give you the requirements which you need. So you need to total 30 in any of all those combined, and it'll tell you what the bonus is underneath, and you need this to go upwards. And as you can see, every time you pump points in, you can get to each of these little dots, and once you get to a certain point, you can then upgrade skills in the middle according to the pictures. You can also move around and take a look in 3D space, which is really awesome, although awkward to control because the camera in this is a lot more sensitive than it is in game, which is bullshit. So as you can see here, I've got this strength one that's completely filled out, and then you get to the center one, which is my strength 1. You have to have a total of 50 strength points, and it gives me an extra 3 strength. And obviously your upgrades, every time you upgrade it, the bonuses get bigger and bigger. And you can keep going up in your different paths, getting up to all these are all the lister nodes, which are the pictures on the side, going all the way down. Very simple, very easy to use. Just a bit awkward the way that they've translated it was all. So once you get past that, it's really fine, and it is a brilliant system. It allows you to pump so many points into your necessary stats, your primary and your secondary stats, leaving out the ones you don't want to upgrade, and building the most awesomest of badass of kick-ass the characters who can't see out of his own hat. Where are you going? Yeah? Pretty cool, huh? Another quick thing that people do spend quite a lot of money on, which they don't really need to, and yes, it is a better way of doing it, but this is obviously a cheaper way, and it might be less efficient, more time consuming, but you can do this in offline grinding, or botting grinding if you want to use self-cultivation, and that is gear upgrading. If you click the gear upgrade button, go into your enhancement, and then refinement, you can pick any of the ones you want. Let's say I want to pick this one, and instead of using your refinement stones like you normally would and pumping all of them in, so we'll upgrade that. That gives us a bunch of XP. Brilliant. But those people tend to sell those for quite a lot of money, which obviously isn't good if you don't have a lot of money. People still don't realise that you can just chuck any fine, which is the green type equipment, and just chuck them in. Yeah, as you can see, I only get 40 XP, but I haven't had to spend money buying refinement stones in order to do it, and you can just keep chucking them in until you get the XP you want. And this is a good way, as you can see, to kind of evenly spread out and upgrade your gear. How awesome. Cool. Another little side note, not necessarily a tip because it is general common sense, but some people do not use this still, and it boggles my mind. and that is the team applications. If you press T and go into your team list, this is where your team would show up had you created one. People aren't using the search for this. They aren't going into the team list, seeing what teams are doing, what events, what instances, or world boss, or whatever it is, and applying through this. You can apply, and you can ask to join the teams that are on there if it is what you want to do. But a lot of people are not looking at the applicants list, and people are spending hours and days and months and millennia looking for people to join their group to do a certain instance to get it over quick, but you're spending half an hour looking for a group just to get it done in 5 minutes. Why not ask to join a group? Ask to join, it'll put your level, it'll put your school, you can select which one you want to do, you hit it and you press post and it'll post it up. And then people should just be looking at this. People who are actually looking at proper groups and are doing it properly are looking at these applicants lists. So what you can do is apply and then go off and do your own thing. Do some grinding, do some quests, do some leveling up while you wait for a response. That's all you need to do. How cool is that? It's simple. People need to use it. Get it done. Oh yeah, and if you don't know where your remotes are, you just press the semicolon button and you press the sad face. I'm gonna drink myself to death.